Good talk, guys. A lot of people are about to miss out on the best mortgage opportunity Nigeria has offered in a long time, simply because they don't understand how it works. And let me try to break it down for you before you lock yourself out. So there's a mortgage facility backed by the Ministry of Finance called MREIF. It gives you access to up to 100 million naira to repay over 20 years at a 9.75% interest rate. A very juicy interest rate. But here is where most people get it wrong. Some think if I borrow 80 million, I'll just repay 80 million plus 9.75% interest rate. So maybe like it's 7.8 million naira spread over 20 years. But that's wrong, because that's not how mortgages work. The interest rate is calculated on a reducing balance, meaning as you pay down the principal, the interest portion reduces. It's not a one-time fixed markup like a personal loan. Another big shocker I realize is that you see people just go about checking for properties, inspecting properties without actually knowing how much they're actually eligible to get. So a couple days ago, I booked a consultation session for some of our interested clients with one of the mortgage bankers we work with. And in the course of the consultation, people earning 1.2 million naira, 1.5 million naira per month, they all assumed they could take 80 million from the mortgage. But after assessment, the eligibility was just around 40 million naira thereabout. And by the time they saw the actual monthly repayment too, the reality of the whole thing just dawned on them. So before you start house hunting, I think you need to know the exact amount you're actually eligible to get. So say for example, your desired property that you want to buy is about 90 million, and you're only eligible to get 60 million. So you'll be providing 30 million naira difference as the equity contribution. So now that you have a clear understanding of the whole interest rate and eligibility requirement, I still strongly believe that taking advantage of the facility is still a very smart play, because if you buy a property worth 100 million naira today, in a few years time, that same property could be worth 150, 200 million or even more. So while you're paying your mortgage gradually, your asset is growing in value. Now that's how wealth is built. That's how the wealthy people, approach things like that. And in this life, sometimes you must leverage value to acquire value. So if you want to know how much you can access under the MREIF mortgage facility, you can send me a DM. Let's help you understand your eligibility and make a smart move.